Hey, happy day 791 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajama Grandma. Today I actually had fun, and before I did my Supersize Your Business video, I created this little scene, and the deer refuses to stand up. But I created this little scene for the idiom, beat around the bush. And then by the time I got to Supersize Your Business, oh, see, that deer will not stand up. I said, are you gonna beat around the bush, or are you gonna rise to the occasion and become the king or queen of your industry, of your business? Because we can beat around the bush and we can procrastinate and we can wait for somebody to tell us what to do. We can wait for the government to rescue us, or we can say, okay, my reality, and we can be worried about what our reality was a couple of weeks ago, but our reality is not what our reality was a couple of weeks ago. We have all been forever changed, and the quicker and easier we just say, okay, these are things that are outside of my control, but what I can do is what I can do about them. What can I do about them? What am I going to do with my current situation to make sure that as we come out of this, I am and my family and those I love and care about are better off than when we came into it? Because that is entirely and 100% possible if you believe it and you look for those answers and you look for those challenges. So, for example, today is day 7 of my Life Challenge workshop, and it's usually a mindset one to talk about the mindset of being involved in a long-term program, long-term coaching program, which I offer at the end of my challenges. And today, not only is it going to be, it's not going to be so much about that. I decided this morning, as I'm going to go through and I'm going to talk about what are the mindset components you need to have in place right now to deal with the challenge that we're all facing, to deal with this coronavirus challenge. What are the mindset things that you want to be cultivating in order to get through this successfully and, you know, as unscathed as possible, and actually come out of it better off than when you came in, because it is possible. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking that I'm crazy and that it's totally not possible. There's also a lot of us that know it is 100% possible. This is the time in history when huge changes take place, and when huge changes happen, that's when giant industries are born. They're born out of challenge. Great businesses, great leaders are born out of challenges and obstacles, not out of when everything's going just hunky-dory fine. So I'm gonna, as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna work on what are my 10, I'm gonna probably pick 10 mindset things that you want to cultivate right now in order to make sure that you and yours come out better from this situation than worse off. And for Supersize Your Business, I just said we did beat around the bush. Beat around the bush is, of course, not being direct, not getting to the point, not answering or avoiding questions. You know, whenever somebody's guilty of something, they tend to be very evasive. When I think of beating around the bush, I think of negotiating, I think of lawyers, I think of discussions with my ex-husband, I think of giving and receiving feedback. I think of people that redirect or deter attention. Think politicians and Congress and passing laws or rules and regulations in companies or in any type of an organization. The discussion that goes around any difficult or challenging topic or an emotionally laden topic tends to have people beating around the bush. I, on the other hand, am probably too direct for a lot of people, because I tell you, if I'm working with somebody, or even if I'm talking to somebody and they ask me my opinion, I'm like, okay, this is my opinion, this is what I think you should do, but how do you feel about it? What do you think you should do? What, you know, this is what I would do if I was in your situation, but how does that make you feel? If that makes you feel so uncomfortable that you are practically wetting your pants, that is not the right thing for you to do, right? If I tell somebody, you need to start publishing, you need to get out there and share your voice, you need to either write or talk or get your face on video and do videos, and they are totally freaking out and peeing their pants, guess what? I'm going to find a different way to approach that. And how do we, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. I still believe that people need to do that if they want to attract the ideal people to them, but how we go about breaking them into that will be a longer process than if I just say, you need to do this, and then, you know, and I'm like, this is my opinion, it's totally my opinion. There's a lot of people that are successful in all genres and all industries and all aspects of world and life that don't publish, right? That aren't, well, I don't know how people know about them then, but I'm sure that there are. I'd have to look it up, but there's all types of success based on what each and every one of us bring to the table and how we want to succeed. Because you know what? We all get to define success. We all get to decide what success is for us. Other people can try to influence it, but ultimately If we feel successful, then we're successful. If we choose to be successful, then we're successful. And it doesn't matter what anybody else defines it as. If someone is living on the street as a bag person, and to them, they wake up every day in a beautiful place and they're happy, and that's how they define success, then that person can consider themselves successful, even though, you know, the majority of the world outside of them would not call them successful. Doesn't matter what other people think. It only matters what you think. So working on that. So we'll do the bonus section on mindset today. And again, it'll be a very different, it'll be, a lot of it's the same, right? The success mindset and getting through challenges mindset, a lot of it's the same. It'll just be the direction of the discussion that I'm pivoting on and changing. What else we got? Fun today was doing something adventurous, having an adventure. So that'll be one that will really, you know, pull on people's creativity to think of something that they can do that's adventurous. Me, I'm cleaning my basement, and that is definitely an adventure. I told myself that during this time I would spend at least an hour a day cleaning my basement. Now, do I want to spend an hour a day cleaning my basement? No, but it's one of those things that I know if I commit a little bit of time to doing it, and I do a little bit every day, that by the time this whole coronavirus and crisis thing rolls through my area, I will have one massively amazing organized basement, and I will feel really, really good about it. And I'll feel good about myself, so that is moving me more in the direction I want to be. I want to do things every day, number one, that create routines that are positive, number two, that move me in the direction I want to go, which I want a clean, organized environment, so cleaning the basement is a good thing, and that are moving me forward and keeping me and helping me to get momentum. Yesterday I said I'd work an hour, and I think I probably worked 3 or 4 because I started to get momentum and I saw progress. And when you see progress, that encourages you to keep moving. So that's it. Short one today. Have an amazing Sunday. Be watching Mass from home, of course. Most people are watching church from home, or however you spend your Sundays. Otherwise, feel free to join me at noon Eastern or 11 a.m. Central Time for a little mindset discussion. I think it's going to be really good. That's it. Have an amazing day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow to let you know what she's up to now as I transition from the brick and mortar world, the corporate world, to the online world of business. If I can help you in any way, if you're struggling, if you're freaking out, if you don't know what the next thing for you to do is, and you want a direct answer, because I'm not going to beat around the bush, I'll ask you a few questions, but I'm not going to beat around the bush, hit me up in the comments below, because I would be glad to help you. That's what I'm here for. Take care.